Yes, indeed, party people, DJ Shyne, all up in your space. Let's get into another edition of Shyne Shortcuts. If you haven't had the opportunity, watch my video regarding MP3 organization. Off the back of that video dropping, I received a number of DMs asking more about Platinum Notes and Mixed in Key, how I use them in my workflow. I thought maybe for today, I can show you my step-by-step process to make sure my MP3s are ready to go, crispy, just how I like them, ready to rock. All right, friends, first things first, let's navigate to our preferred web browser's preferences or settings tab. I'm a Google Chrome user. I navigate to my settings and preferences, find the downloads option, and get myself into the location space. If it's not already set to download to my desktop, I'll click change. I'll choose desktop and select. Once I'm square with my download destination path, I navigate to one of my favorite music pools. Big shout out to DMS. I can't big them up enough. Providing me with heat rocks, I'm in it. I'm for it. Let's get it. For today's example, I'm just downloading whatever is at the top. And as I show you my desktop, you'll notice that MP3 file, living, chilling, having a good time. Next move, I'm firing up Platinum Notes. I use Platinum Notes 10. If you're a new user, first thing I recommend is navigating to the personalized tab. Make sure your VIP code is entered properly, but navigate each individual subsection to be sure you're starting off on the right foot. Here in the output location screen, you'll be able to choose one of three options for what it does with your MP3 file once processed. You can have Platinum Notes create a brand new MP3 file and drop it into a designated folder. You can choose to create a duplicate file in the same folder location as the original file, or Platinum Notes can replace that original file with the newly processed one instantly. I opt for the specific folder option, again, just to better track exactly how my MP3s are moving, but in addition, it makes it clear as day as to whether or not I've processed via Platinum Notes, as it adds a special extension to the file name. This way, if I have a batch of MP3s that I haven't yet really dug deep and gone through, I know which ones I would have run through Platinum Notes versus not. Just my workflow. I like it. Maybe something's better for you. Rock it. Here in the output file format screen, you can opt for a variety of processed file types. I'm an MP3 user. I customize to have the highest bitrate possible, and that's what I'm running with. If any of these other options work better for you, go for it. I use a fairly new MacBook Pro. Because it is so capable, I maximize the number of processor cores being used while running this application. Your next move should be hopping over to the configure template screen. Here is where you can tell Platinum Notes exactly what you want it to do and what those resulting processed files should sound like. There's already a default official Platinum Notes template that you can run with. Works great. They provide you two other options, but you can also create your own. You can set things like your average output volume. You can repair clipped peaks. You can add some warmth or correct pitch. I've been able to customize and use my own template. I encourage you to do the same. If you need a jumping off point, pause the video. And last but not least, process your audio files. It all goes down the magic right here. All I'll do is take the original MP3 I've downloaded, drag and drop, and hit the start processing button. Depending on the strength and overall processing power of your computer combined with the speed of your internet, you'll notice that the status bar of the analyzation will vary in speed. Ultimately, once you see finished, your file has been properly processed. You'll remember that I specified for any processed file to be dropped into my desktop Platinum Notes folder, which you see on the right-hand side of the screen. Opening that folder, you'll see a new version of this Sugar Jesus record with a new extension _PN for Platinum Notes. I can safely delete the original file on my desktop, knowing we're only now using this processed version. Bailing out of Platinum Notes, now we transition to Mixed in Key. I use version 10, edition 10, option 10. If you're new to Mixed in Key, before you analyze any tracks, go to the personalized tab and customize your settings according to what works best for you. What you demand from the program, tell it. If you have any questions about my particular settings here and why I use them, I'm always happy to answer. Leave a comment, drop a note below, send me a DM. I'll walk you through every single page of the personalized settings screen. But be sure to customize. You may not love all the default settings, so I encourage you to take 5 to 10 minutes, breeze through each option, see what's best. The edit tags feature allows you to customize labels throughout your MP3. It will overwrite certain labeling based on parameters you set. I personally like to manually control my tags. I skip over this piece. And last but not least, the mainframe, where all the fun stuff goes down. As we look back to that Platinum Notes folder on my desktop, I can simply click, drag, and drop to begin the analyzation process. Same deal, based on your computer's processing power and your internet speed, eventually you will see a status completed. It's at this point, guys, where you can jump to the previous video and learn more about getting these tracks into your Serato library nice and clean, especially if you're using an external hard drive. This is my workflow. I hope this helps and gives a little more insight into each of these individual applications that I really value. I hope you find value in them. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, you know what to do. Drop it down below, subscribe. Don't forget to share and like this video, and come back next week for another edition of Shyne Shortcuts. Let's get after it. Peace.